Alright, you know what time it is. It's the weekly Roundup Review, episode 6. Thank you very much for tuning in. In this weekly series, I react to handmade items that you send to me and offer critique and feedback and some useful tips and just some encouragement because, you know, that's always nice. Before we move on, let me just try and acquire a thumbnail. I think that should do. So for those of you who are looking to get into the hobby of learning how to make wooden rings, there's a link down in the description to get a bunch of free resources I've put together. And if you are looking to fall down the rabbit hole, then my online course, Next Level Wooden Rings, is open for enrollment. The students are pumping out some amazing work, and you could be too. So check out the links in the description. But if you do want to be featured on next week's show, then as usual, just go on to Facebook or Instagram and post your work and tag me. I'm at Zerano Woodcraft everywhere. Either that or you can drop into my DMs or my email. And I'm always happy to help. So tag me up and let's see some of your work. I love it. First things first, let's do our maker shout out. Who have we got this week? Okay, so this first maker, I'd like to give a shout out to because her work really inspires me, and that is Polly Wales. She's on Instagram at Polly Wales, obviously. I believe she is from California, and she's like a goldsmith who makes amazing, beautiful jewelry. These designs in particular I really love. I guess that they're made out of like gold with gemstones encrusted like into them. I'm not sure how she does it. Maybe metal clay. Who knows? I love that kind of stuff. You know, the type of jewelry that really makes you wonder like how on earth did they do it. Absolutely love it. Give Polly Wales a follow. I mean, she doesn't need my shout out. She's got like 100,000 followers. Probably has no idea who I am. But, you know, if you do follow her, tell her I sent you. It's always good to make new maker friends. Okay, for this next shout out, I want to give a big up to my buddy Dan Goodale, who's recently started a YouTube channel. And he made a ring with, I think it was walnut ash and copper inlays. And while the techniques he used differ greatly from mine, and he's really new to like making bentwood rings, I thought he did an amazing job on the videography, probably better than the videos I make, and it's just really cool to see someone new to the hobby kind of getting stuck in and making cool stuff. So thanks for sharing, Dan, and I just hope that you keep up the hard work. You've got me on DMs, so feel free to just drop me a message for any tips. Funny story, I was actually on a stag do with Dan back when stag do's were a thing, and we played a game of hide and seek, and I swear that boy disappeared into the ether. So I reckon for your next tutorial, Dan, I want to see how to win at hide and seek tutorial, because you're clearly the ninja master. Who's next then? Oh yeah. Alright. This is who's next. So for this next slide, I want to give a massive shout out to Jacob Holschmied, my boy from Germany, and I do believe that is Jacob's birthday today. So happy birthday, dude. And thank you so much for sharing this with me, because he posted this set of rings and actually hinted at a little technique that I actually think that I will incorporate and use going into the future. So really interesting design there with like the waves. So thanks for sharing this, Jacob. I'm just going to read out the caption. What do you think of this couple of wooden rings? It's a custom work. We worked out the design together, and I used amber that was collected from my customers. Working with amber is really hard because it pretty much turns transparent whenever you work it into wooden rings. So I had to be inventive. Once again, the gold leaf underneath gives a really cool contrast, shine and 3D effect of the stone. The ring is made from plumwood, malachite, gold leaf amber, and of course a handmade carbon core. So that is really cool, mega awesome idea. I love the, unusual shape of the edge inlay with the malachite. It can be real disappointing when you use something like amber because you expect it to have this lovely golden kind of honey look to it, and it just kind of disappears as soon as you put like CA glue over it or whatever. So yeah, wicked idea. Awesome pair of rings. Great work. I love the photograph. It just looks so cool. And happy birthday, man. I think that it's fair to say you've made the thumbnail this week. All right. This next slide was from Hippie Craft Creations, who said, made my first sterling silver ring yesterday. Lots of learning to do, but I'm opening up doors to the future. I'm not going to sit here and nitpick on your first bit of silversmithing. It's cool to see someone unlocking new skills, and going forward, I'm sure that these new skills that you're learning, you'll incorporate them into more designs and finesse that technique over time. The one thing I'd do next time if I were you and you were looking to make a hammered ring is maybe to use like a slightly thicker silver sheet. So that looks like, I don't know, like a 0.8 mil or something. Maybe use like a 1.2 or 1.5 mil. Just gives more of like a chunky, robust, kind of manly, hammered appearance to the jewelry. But that's just my personal preference. So look, Hippie Craft Creations, keep up the good work, and just keep soldering. Keep that torch busy. So the next submission was from, was it Ray J Art or Red J Art? And it looks like Ray J, sorry if I'm butchering your names, guys, has launched like a product line. Awesome. It's really important to have like an actual line of cohesive products whenever you launch for a handmade business. Countless prototypes and experiments. A couple of years later, I finally at the place where I feel these are ready. So he's got 20 plus wood variants, with precious metals, stones, lots of designs. So yeah, cool. And it says that plain wooden rings start at $2,000. So I'm not sure if that was meant to be like $200 or if it's like in some different currency. But yo, if you could sell for $2,000, good on you. I wish I could sell my work for that much. So if I were to nitpick on it, I would say that I really like the contrast between what looks like mahogany on the outside with the copper band down the middle, and then like that blue edge inlay, like blue lapis lazuli or something, I think that is. The inside, I'm not sure, it looks to be some kind of metal. So the two tips I would give on this one is the ring looks like very thick. I would perhaps use one less layer of wood when you're doing like your wraps of wood, just to kind of give it more of a comfortable feel. But other than that, like the wraps look really nice and neat, and the overall shaping of the ring looks good. And then for the inside, I mean, I can't tell if it is a metal. If it is, it looks quite like scratched up. So you might want to practice and invest in some tooling in order to either fully embrace like that scratchy vibe and give it like a nice brushed look. You can maybe do that with Scotch Brite discs. I really like that look. Or perhaps, you might want to go full power and get like a nice rotary tool and some polishing compounds and some, like higher grits of like wet and dry sandpaper or micro mesh, emery paper, even if it's like silver or gold, to really bring like that mirror shine on the inside. So that's, all these things come with time and experimentation. You can already tell from your posts that you've been working on these for some time. So I encourage you to just crack on, keep experimenting. I did have a look through your rings. You've got a really nice eye for design, really nice combinations of materials. And you know, you've obviously got some skills with the inlays as well. So just keep going, and this might just be a case of investing in some polishing kits basically, and then you're well on your way. So well done, Ray JR, and thank you so much for sharing. I hope to see more of your work soon. Keep them coming. And then we had this one, which was from Woodworking Hut, from Uthorn, Western Cape. I'm not sure where that is, and it just says custom made wooden rings. So these rings look to be turned on a lathe rather than like a bent wood method, which in my opinion isn't as strong as the bent wood method, but you know, you've done like a really good job. They look nice and consistent, not too thick, not too thin. I can see that the outsides appear to have like a really nice finish. I'm presuming that's CA glue. So the CA finish on the outside looks like spot on. However, on the inside, from the photo, it doesn't appear that the insides are finished. So, you know, my immediate thing would be put a finish on every surface of the ring to give it some protection. And perhaps put like a little taper on the inside of the rings as well, just to make them, you know, more comfortable to wear. Because personal preference of mine, if the ring is like flat edged on the inside, then I find it quite uncomfortable. But you know, each their own. If you find that these work for you and they're strong and durable, then crack on and you do you. And then finally, I had this one sent to me from Zeph_Designs. And I got really excited when I saw this. I was like, ooh, someone's been doing a bit of goldsmithing. But alas, so rose gold plated tungsten with sleepy lavender, pearl white opal, and some glow-in-the-dark powder. So I see a strong Patrick Adair influence there, with like the stone and the glow powder. I'm gonna be honest, I was a little bit sad when I realised that it was made out of what was it, plated tungsten. But hey ho, yeah, it would be really hard and expensive to make a ring like that out of gold, especially like if you're you're relatively new to the craft. And you need a good bit of tooling. So, look, it's always cool to see that those colours and materials would work nicely together. I think the opal inlay looks pretty nice from what I can tell from the photo. And I would imagine that when you turn the light off and you're wearing that ring, it looks like something out of Avatar. Keep up the hard work. I had a look through your Instagram. I saw that you've been experimenting with lots of different materials and woods and ring cores and stuff. So, you know, just keep at it, and just be experimental, be creative, enjoy it. You know, that's what it's all about. I think that is me for this week. Like I said, if you want to get featured, tag me on Instagram or Facebook at Zabrana Woodcraft, or drop me a DM or an email. If you like the video, then give me a thumbs up and tune in next week to see, you know, who's been submitting their work. If you don't like the video, don't be a douche, and just, you know, don't watch it. Simple as. So hey, I think I will see you next week. Unfortunately, I'm in the middle of an annoying job at the moment that I can't get out of. Maybe I can elaborate on it next month on social media. But for now, I'm a little bit limited for time. Hence the reason I haven't been bringing out any videos for YouTube. But I have been working on an Etsy selling guide for the next level wooden ring students. And I literally put together a 5,000 word document the other day all about search engine optimization, which melted my brain. So fingers crossed I get a video made for that, and I don't know, maybe I can give you guys a little sneaky preview of that at some stage. Who knows? I'm babbling. I'm gonna go and have some dinner. Which one was your favorite ring this week? Let me know in the comments. Peace out.